Hello, everyone. We've just had the People Director Partnership peer conversation, how I learned to love the rest of the executive team. And what a striking conversation that very much was. Lots of reflections there on the dysfunction and division within ETs, but also how you get them to more better performing and high performing, how you manage that as an HR person. One thing that struck me particularly was how a network member was saying it takes time. It is not an overnight sensation show, so to speak. It takes 18 months in her view. That's what's taken her, probably ongoing as well. But you do get converts. That's my phrase, not hers, in the sense of people that are bought into the people agenda much more than perhaps they have been before, which I thought was really interesting. In her case, she was saying how there was a member of the executive team who, as a result of conversations simply with the HR director and with the CEO, was now their biggest sponsor, having perhaps been their least enthusiastic. So that was very interesting. I think what came out of the conversation generally as well, there was a consistent theme around surfacing the feeling of the ET. Now, obviously, that's true always of teams, to get under the skin of what they're feeling and how they're performing. Perhaps there is some expectation that at the ET level, it's less necessary because we perhaps think they're more confident of where they are in the corporate hierarchy. Not so, said the conversation today. Citing Metalogue's research, The Unspoken Life of Executive Teams, which I think is a great title, what's actually going on? And so one network member used two very simple questions that unlocked a lot of detail in terms of what the ET were feeling. She asked, how well are we working as an executive team and what can we do better, which is very interesting. So that alone surfaced the fact that some ET members did not feel able to contribute. They felt left out, and that led on to better conversations as a result. So that's this idea of who's holding who accountable. Often it falls to HR, which obviously is a very exhausting place to be. I think HR's role, while exhausting, is nevertheless one that is crucial in making executive teams better. I'm not saying it's quick. It certainly isn't from today's conversation. It's certainly never easy. On the other hand, it does make a huge difference. And Alice, our speaker, was making the point actually that the organization knows when the executive team doesn't get on. They can tell, they can read the body language. Conversely, though, when they do get on, that is when they're effective, when they work together well, they don't need to like each other, but they do need to work together well. It's hugely powerful, of course, for the organization and for the feel of the organization. One last quote from a network member, which I really liked: what you allow becomes the culture. What you allow becomes the culture. I like that a lot. And you end up navigating, I guess, everything else. So very interesting conversation. We'll see you for the next one. Thanks to everyone who came along.